Well, hey there. So you like watching folks cook, or maybe you already know how to cook, but you want to learn how to put a little bit more flavor in it. Yeah, and you standing over there in that deli line. Yeah, I work all week too. But it's the weekend, son. Let's gather around the stove. Y'all come on in the kitchen and we'll visit for a while. It's early Sunday morning. Yesterday, Shirley had said, how about cooking me some catfish and hush puppies? I ain't had that in a while. I said, okay. But it's early Sunday morning, man. I got to study my Sunday school lesson. I got to go to church. How in the world am I going to go fishing? Here's the plan. Catfish fillets, frozen right from Sam's Club. Oh, guarantee you. And what we going to do for hush puppies? Martha White hush puppy mix. Now I know what you're thinking. It's awful early in the morning to be prepping any fish. But look, if we're gonna have success for lunch, we need to do some prep work now. We're gonna start with our fish first. All right, we got 4 fillets right here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fillet the fillets. We're gonna take these and cut them in half and make it thin so it'll cook a little quicker. So let's try this one right here. Here's the technique. We're gonna lay it out flat. You're gonna put your hand on top of it, right like that, and kind of get it in the center and just make sure you're as close to the edge. And we're gonna split this fish right down and there we go. And it will look like this. You're gonna have 2 little halves. And let's cut it. We'll cut it like this across, and then we'll put it up again. We'll put it in there, and we'll do that again. Let's try another fillet. Okay. We'll go start cutting. It's right down there, and whoop. I didn't cut my hand. Imagine that. It's like I've done this a time or two. And we'll do that. And we'll finish up the rest of these, and then we'll show you what we're gonna do after that. Now we've got all the fish split. Now we gotta season it. Now we're gonna season it with some Old Bay seasoning. And the reason we're using Old Bay, of course I could make my own, but this is readily available. And we wanna season this liberally. And okay, now you got the idea. It's soaked in there. We're gonna put a lid on it. And we're gonna let it soak. And we're gonna take our already mixed up hush puppy mix. There's no need in y'all watching me mix up a batch of hush puppy mix right out of a bag. Just follow the directions. And we're gonna take these and we're gonna put them in the refrigerator. And then they'll be nice and cold by the time we get home from church. Today we're going to be frying our catfish and hush puppies. So there's going to be a few things that you need. You're going to need a cast iron pot. We're using our number 14 Dutch oven. You can Dutch oven to cook, roast in, or fry in. A frying thermometer, a draining rig, and a spider to get the hush puppies and catfish out. So we're going to use our oil. We're going to put some oil in here. Now the oil, you don't want to fill it all the way to the top of the oil. You only need about, not quite halfway. So what we're going to do, we'll get it right there. Because if you fill it up there, when you start dropping stuff in, it's going to start bubbling up. The steam created, and the water starts pushing out of the product. If you got too full of oil, it'll spill over, and then the next thing you know, you got a fire. All right, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna load up our hush puppy dropper. You can buy one of these off the internet. Probably cost you about $12 or $15. Smartest way to make hush puppies. One of the things we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of lube it up just a little bit so it'll slide out. while our grease is heating up. And then our hush puppy dough or batter will go in here, and it kind of looks like the consistency of wallpaper mud. I mean, and what we're going to do with once we get it loaded up and get it sectioned off, we're going to drop about 6 hush puppies at the time in the grease there. Alright, now the catfish we're making is going to be keto catfish. And then what makes it keto, instead of cornmeal, we're using almond flour. Our almond flour here is mixed with some Lowry seasoned salt and garlic. So we're going to take our little strips of fish and we're going to shake. We'll put our fish in here. This has been in the refrigerator, so we'll take our fish, slide it in here, and we'll cover it with some more almond flour. We'll put a lid on it and we'll give it all a good shake. Alrighty, now that we got it all coated, and if we'll hold on here, we got oil here at 375 degrees. We are ready to drop some. It's not quite 375, it's at 350. So we'll go ahead and drop some hush puppies here. We'll drop 6 of them. You cut them off, you just kind of go right here and drop them in there, and we'll do 6 at a time. And notice they'll start floating right away. You don't want them to stick to the bottom. And there we go. And we'll keep working these. Keep them floating and turn them over till they're golden brown and delicious. Now this is probably going to take about 2 to 3 minutes. As we're running at about 350, 360 degrees on our thermometer. Notice our hush puppies are coming right along here. They're floating nice and getting a nice golden color to them. We're going to keep them cooking. While we're doing that, we're going to take our catfish that we breaded and we're going to lay it out on it looks like a draining rack, but we're just going to let it crust up, kind of let it dry up a little bit, let that almond flour get dry on it. So because these fish are in strips and they're really thin, so they will cook really quickly. And we will get started with some more. All right, looks like our hush puppies are just about done. They appear to be done. We'll just go ahead and take them out of the grease. We'll put them over here on our draining rig. Alrighty, and we'll go ahead and drop about 6 more. We'll get them. Alright, we got our next batch of hush puppies done. But this is our 3rd batch. I think I got 9 of them in here. We had 6. Oh my God, look, the buzzards has done hit the dadgum hush puppies over here. You can't never tell about your road crew there, but let's go ahead and get this get these out of there on the draining rig. And there's how you do hush puppies. Now we're going to go ahead and drop some catfish while we're here. Our grease is running up there just about 400 degrees. So once this cast iron gets hot, it will maintain the heat. So you have to keep backing off of it. We're going to drop about, I'd say 6 at the time. And we'll just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. We're good. You'll notice the catfish is floating good and it's starting to get a nice color to it. So I believe it's probably been about 4 minutes. grease is still around about 375 degrees. So we'll get these out. We'll just set these and let them drain there. We'll drop 6 more pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got everything cut off. This is the last of our catfish fillet that are thinly sliced. Coming off. Alrighty. So now, just going to plate this up. We will got a little keto slaw here that we made. I'll make some keto coleslaw. I'll give y'all a recipe of it. Let's take a few pieces of fish and a couple 2 or 3 hush puppies.